What's up, gamers? It's your host, Cobra, and today I'm covering the details for Riot Racers Apollo car drop. So here's how this particular drop is going to work, and it is a little bit different from previous drops. In fact, it's a lot different from previous car drops, so glad you're watching. The thing that you need to know first is that the whitelist mint starts on February 23rd and the public mint starts on February 24th. And in order to be eligible, you need to have an account on the Riot Racers website. So if you haven't done that yet, navigate there now and get it done before the drop so you don't forget. I have a link to the website below to make things easy for you. But if you've participated in any of their drops that have taken place on the Riot Marketplace before, then you've already done this step and you're good to go. Doubly true if you're already racing in the open public beta that has been going on successfully for a couple of weeks now. Now, if you've been following the Freeroll for a little while, then you very likely purchased some drivers during the drop back in December. And if so, then congratulations, you also have whitelist for the Apollo car drop if you're still needing or wanting additional cars. The way that works is simple. For every one driver you purchased, you have one whitelist spot available. So, for example, if you purchased, say, 8 of them or 10 of them during the drop, then you have 8 or 10 whitelist spots available to purchase 8 or 10 Apollo cars during the whitelist portion of the mint. If you have a giveaway whitelist spot or you came from one of the partner communities, then your whitelist spot's even better. That means that you get to purchase up to 5 cars, 3 from Group A and 2 from Group B. That is a great start to your garage. In fact, that's more than you technically need, but gives you 5 opportunities to roll something really cool. So if you were new to the project and currently are only holding drivers, and I suspect there's a whole bunch of you out there, then this is going to be the most affordable opportunity to get a car for the foreseeable future. If you took our advice the last time around and participated in the loot box promotion that was going on leading up to the driver drop, then you may have won a Apollo car or even an Apollo car whitelist spot during that promotion. And if so, congratulations, your patience is about to finally pay off. The supply for the Apollo collection of cars is a total of 7,777 total cars. However, just like they did with their Genesis collection, which is 3,333 cars, they are going to stagger those drops. So we haven't seen an official announcement of what the supply is going to look like for this drop, but it is going to be something less than the full 7,700 cars, which is good news because that means it shouldn't lower the floor for the overall car collection by too much, although it is still going to be an increase. And that floor is still going to come down at least temporarily. One of the things that I love about this project is that the dev team is heavily involved with the community, regularly talking to us and providing us answers and feedback in the Discord channel. And after the driver drop, which was a random blind drop, and the first one that Riot Racers had done, they got a ton of feedback, including from us here at the Freeroll, that blind is fun, and we enjoyed the RNG involved and encouraged them to do that with car drops if they could figure out a way to make that work out. And I'm happy to report that's exactly what happened. This will be the first car drop from Riot Racers that is blind. However, it's not going to be purchase one thing for one price. There are 2 options, so let's talk about that. You've got your account set up. That means that if you have a mint on the whitelist, then you need to come back on the 23rd and check to see when your mint window is going to be. If you are participating in the public drop, you need to come back on the 24th and see where your mint window is going to be. I can promise you that there will be additional communication around this as we get closer, and you're going to find that in the official Riot Racers Discord, again, linked below, so check that out. The reason that they stage it this way is to prevent a gas war, and one of the things that we appreciate a ton about the Riot Racers team here at the Freeroll is that they have taken many steps to help reduce the amount of gas that we spend on each of their drops. And I can tell you that you don't need to save a ton extra for this drop, because the way that it works is you're going to purchase, and the purchase is really just sending the ETH into the team, and they are going to send you the asset on the back end. Now, in this case, you'll get a placeholder because it's random, and there's going to be a reveal on the 28th. So that will be a really fun day. Definitely check back after the 28th because we will be putting up a video to talk about the cars that we landed and probably purchased on secondary as well. Now, when your drop time finally arrives and you're able to make purchases, you're going to have two options. Group A will be 0.07 ETH, and will give you a chance at a random model and a random tier from the rookie, rally, or driver class. If you purchase from Group B, then you're going to get, again, a random model, and it'll be a random tier from the tracker, aero, professional, or legendary class, which is very exciting because it only costs 0.18 ETH, and that is a tremendous deal if you land one of the higher end tiers. So, what do we recommend that you purchase here at the Freeroll? That's an interesting question because there's a couple of ways you can approach it. If you're looking to play the game, it really doesn't matter that much what tier your car is at the beginning. There are absolutely benefits for having a higher tier car, but you can start out with a rookie class. In fact, half of my cars are rookie class, and those can be upgraded, and over time you can have your rookie car racing in legendary races as well. If you're looking to flip, then this is going to be a little bit more of a gamble, and it's difficult to say for sure. The current floor on cars is 0.184, and that's well above the 0.07 ETH price for Group A. However, this is going to be a dramatic increase in supply, and that means for sure that the floor is coming down. They are also not Genesis cars anymore, so they have less value than the Genesis cars do, and thus warrant a lower price point for that reason as well. 0.07 is well under that floor, but it is also more than they used to charge for the rookie cars when you were purchasing a rookie outright. That's because you have a chance to get a rally or driver car, which is of course going to be worth more. You might be looking at that floor and say, hey, that's the price of the Group B, which guarantees me at least a tracker class, which is worth quite a bit more. Won't I be able to make oodles of money by buying as many of those as possible and then selling them on secondary? And the answer is, yeah, that probably will work. However, you should know, again, that this is going to be a dramatic increase in the supply. So there's going to be lots of competition to move those cars because we always get lots of flippers with these drops. It also might take you some time because this is a growing project, and while it continues to grow in popularity, there's not a lot of evidence to support that there are tens of thousands of people knocking down their doors trying to get their hands on a Riot Racers car just yet. That's because we're early, and that was the goal, right? So, to reiterate, this is not financial advice. This is gaming advice. And I think that you should purchase cars within the group that you're most comfortable with. If you've got plenty of ETH and extra disposable income, then I think the Group B is going to be a lot more fun because they give you a chance at Legendary. And we don't have any Legendary yet, and I would like to get my hands on at least one. So we're definitely purchasing at least a few from Group B so that we have that opportunity. But at the end of the day, I'm sticking to my budget. While I do expect to have some extras at the end because I typically do go overboard with these drops, we're not strictly looking to flip for a profit here. We may get that, And if we do, awesome. We may end up holding for a couple of months before the cars truly appreciate to a point where it makes sense to flip them. And you should expect the same. I think that this is a worthwhile investment and that these assets will appreciate over time. However, we have no idea how long that might take, and you should be prepared to hold. And that wraps up our coverage on the drop. So if that's all you are here for, safe to hit that like and subscribe button and head back to riotracers.com. However, I've got a few more updates for you that I think are interesting about the project. And the first one is a major development. That Game Wallet is going to be launching, at least in a limited beta version, on the 28th. This is exciting news because it's very important progress for the app itself, because this allows you to spend and collect Riot on the website. It will function similarly to the Zrun wallet if you've got any experience with that project, and I expect that this team is going to put out something that is very user-friendly, but it will also be the first version, so expect improvements over time. The other huge announcements, although not really breaking news, is that paid racing and ROC and land rewards start on the 28th as well. I have been invested in this project for quite a long time. The land assets are the thing that really attracted me to the project, and I cannot wait to see that utility get turned on. If you've been interested in some land, I gotta tell you, once we start getting paid, those plots become quite a bit more valuable in my opinion, and it's likely we're gonna see the floor go up. So you've got about another week or so to acquire land at pre-utility prices. Other big news, in March, we're gonna see a couple of updates. They're going to roll out the formal teams to the application itself. Today, teams exist, but it's really more of a community-driven team than an official part of the Riot Racers ecosystem. But that is changing soon, and with that is going to come tournaments. Now, I expect that the first bunch of tournaments will lean into the team feature, and you may even be required to be a part of a team in order to enter the first bunch of tournaments. But either way, these are exciting and cool additions. It also means that it is getting very close to be time to formalize Team Warhammer. So I'm still working out the details for that, but it's coming soon. If you are interested in joining Team Warhammer, please comment below and make sure you include your Twitter or Discord name so that I have a way to reach out. If you like giveaways, then I have saved the best for last, because the Riot Racers team is currently giving away a BMW M3. And that is a real car, not a NFT version to use in the game, although that would be very cool, team. But it's an exciting promotion, and you can enter for free. I have linked both the Discord, which has details on the promotion, as well as the Twitter, and that is where you can get some free entries. But the easiest way to rack up a bunch of entries and maximize your chances is to buy lots of cars. You're going to get 10 entries for every Group A purchase and 20 entries for every Group B purchase. So anybody that purchases cars during the drop, whether it's whitelist or public, is going to have the most entries by far. And if you stick to the freeways, then you've spent no money, so your upside is essentially limitless, but you're going to have fewer entries. So if you really want to win, I recommend doing both. And that wraps up today's video on the Riot Racers Apollo card drop. I'm quite excited for that to take place. And again, we are going to be doing a drop results video afterwards, so check back. In fact, make sure you hit that subscribe button and maybe even the alerts button so that you don't miss any future content from the free roll.